This is a fascinating story of the writing journey of Simie Nkala, the author of 2 published books. Here, she narrates an exciting experience of writing her newly published book, The Dancing Mountain. In the next few installments here on MPC, we will share with you her reading of the book, just a few chapters. Enjoy the spiritually uplifting and culturally empowering journey.
Story time continues, right? So the journey has begun, and this book is being written, except the author of this book is very much scared. Intrigued, I'm curious, I'm enjoying the ride, except it's something that I have to do in secrecy. I keep writing and hiding, and luckily I'm in school at the time, so it's easy for me to just embark on a project as long as it involves writing. It's nothing new. It's not that kind of thing that just, gets out there and makes people start to wonder, what are you doing? Why are you spending so much time on that? What is it? And, that kind of thing. So I continue writing. As I continue writing, I have this weird feeling, like there's a river of information that just kind of opens and floods in each time I sit down to write this book. In my everyday walk and my everyday life, things are just as normal as they can be, especially because I'm trying to push this thing to the back of my mind. At best, I'm trying to really push it far away from me, but it doesn't go so far away because I feel it's within. I'm hearing it from the outside, if I am to put it that way, but at the same time, I feel this duality, that this thing that I'm hearing or this thing that I'm writing about isn't just something from out there or from some weird dimension or some weird place, but it's something that is real. So, okay, I continue writing, and now I'm spending a lot of time on this particular book than on schoolwork or on anything else. I'm intrigued. I'm just, hook, line, and sinker into this thing. So I continue, and eventually I finish. At that time, I also got an idea to say, I can actually explore publishing and other things, because I have been forever writing. Everywhere I am, I'm always writing. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's worth a try. So yeah. I stopped writing this book and I start writing short stories. So I write these short stories. I think my first one to be published was Betrayed Friendship. So what I was doing at that time was I was just observing daily phenomena around me, really, and doing some sort of commentary on what is happening and how it's affecting people, and trying to draw attention to certain subjects and certain things that are happening in the community. So I wrote the story, and there was a popular magazine at the time. It was the Trends magazine, which was published under the Chronicle newspaper. Yeah. So I went there, I took my story there, and long and short of it, the story was published, and it gave me so much joy. So now that I have a published story out there and people are talking about it, and it's really, gaining momentum, and people are contacting me about it because my name is on this story, and some are calling me to confirm, some are asking, some are wondering. I mean, everybody that knew me, they didn't know that I was writing at that level, or I had gone to a point of like considering publishing. So all of these calls are flooding in. People are checking with me. Is that you? I saw this. Is that you? And it kind of gave me more confidence to say, you know what, I can actually do this. This is within me. This has been me like for like forever. So yeah, let's do this. So I continue writing The Dancing Mountains. Interesting enough, a lot of things change over time. But since the first time that this book was written, it has always been The Dancing Mountains. At some point, I considered changing the title and naming it something else, but it just didn't work. So I kept the original title from 2005-6, when it was first written. Okay, story time concludes. So now I'm at a point where I have written work which is out there, and having published something is good because it kind of boosts your confidence to say, I can do this. So, except I have this piece of work before me. I have completed writing for that time, and I've given it out to a number of people in my circle. And the good thing about it is they have not come back and outrightly said, no, not this. They are intrigued, they are excited, and they have loads of questions like, how did you, what did you, why did you, when, where, that sort of thing. And it's upsetting me because I'm in the same pool of things. I'm also searching for answers, and I need answers. But I had an escape. I quickly said, you know what, I'm a creative, and as a creative, I can just come up with anything and give it life and, let it be. So, yeah, that's how I escaped. And after that, I went back to hiding this piece of work. And it was pretty easy for me to hide this. I was basically a loner. In my childhood, I was that kind of child who hated loud noises, disruptions, disturbances. I always wanted peace and quiet. I hated confined spaces and, all those kind of things. So for me to keep something, especially if it was written work, it was very easy. I was even at college at the time, so, I had loads and loads of books, and I was actually writing in my notebook, so it was easy for me to, continue writing and continue hiding this piece. So basically, that was the story, or that is still the story of the Dancing Mountains. There is no place that I've ever been to that this book hasn't been to. I've always carried it with me. The original version, the one that was handwritten in my notebook, and the soft version. In case I lose the other, I've always counted on remaining with the other, But I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of learning, unlearning, relearning, understanding, maturing, growing, connecting, aligning. I just had a lot of work to do before I understood, or I understand the mission that was given to me. To understand the whys, the hows, the what, and all of that, I still had a long way to go. So I continued to keep this piece of work with me. I continued to work on it as well. Each time I had some time, I'll just pull it out, work on it, edit, add new information, remove, change angles, and all of that. And then as soon as I finish, put it away, life continues. After some time, if I have a new idea, if I have a new thought, if I have new information or that kind of thing, I'll just go back to the book, work on it, finish working on it, and put it away. I remember at one time I engaged somebody to say, look, let's work on this book. And then they said, what do you need out of me? I said, nothing. I just need your name. I have worked on the book for over a decade. I've given it out to so many different people. It has been edited on many different levels, and it really is good. Except I don't want to publish it like in my name. So if we can use your name, then I'm good to go. Other than that, you don't have to do anything. So what they said to me was really profound, because what he said to me was, you know what, I think you're not ready to publish this book. So why don't you sit on it, continue to work on it, and when you're ready, you will publish it. And guess what? When I was ready, I did publish it. And I'm always grateful for that conversation. I'm always grateful for that moment, because those words kind of carried me. Whenever I was working on it and all of those other things were flooding in, I'll simply say, I am not ready. And when I am ready, I will do it. So that is basically the story of the Dancing Mountains. And yeah, here it is. It is available all over the world. It is available online. It is available from physical places and different countries all around the world. And yeah, from here, what we are going to do, we are going to read from the first chapter going forward. I'm not sure up to what point, but up to that point. And then we'll continue talking about it. It is a continuous conversation after all. So yeah, the journey begins.